back to my channel. It's your girl Jackie O, and I'm sporting this, as you can see, very light and fresh makeup look because I feel like this is probably one of my most popular requested videos, and that is the no makeup look. Literally, this can get you out of the house, depending on how you do it, in 10 minutes or less. So this makeup look is very simple. It doesn't require a ton of product. It's easy to achieve, and it's good for all complexions. Now, you can obviously tweak it and change it around however you want or however you see fit. But without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys how to get this no makeup look. So let's get started. So on days like this where I know I'm not gonna be wearing a ton of eyeshadow, a ton of frou-frou la-la, like when it's really simple, I want the focus to mainly be on my skin, and I want my skin to not only look good, girl, but like glowy and dewy. And since you guys love when I incorporate masks in my tutorials so much, I'm gonna start off with my Charlotte Tilbury Goddess Skin Clay Mask. It not only adds a nice glow, but it also like lifts and firms. Like it's one of those masks that are like really overpriced, but they actually do work. Sample. See if you can get a sample of it because it's definitely worth the price in my opinion. This is going to stay on for about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to come back and get into the makeup. Mask is done. I'm going to moisturize using one of my favorite moisturizers. This one is from Neutrogena. It's their Hydro Boost Gel. It's very lightweight, and because I am going to be outside, I'm going to mix it with one of my favorite SPF. This one is from Benefit, and what I like about it is it's almost kind of like a serum. So if you don't mind me, gonna put a couple drops of that, mix the two in, and hydrate, get it popping. I'm gonna do some light color correcting with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer. This is the caramel one. As you can see, it's kind of like a really rich caramel tone. When I rub it into the skin, it just instantly blurs out any blemishes, any dark marks. So that way I can get away with a foundation that doesn't have as much coverage. See, instantly my skin is glowing and it looks plump and hydrating, right? That's what the essence of no makeup is. I'm gonna do some light correcting with my Smashbox color correcting stick. This is probably my favorite to use because it is quick and it's like the perfect shade. And again, the better off that your skin is prepped, the less you have to worry about trying to cover. It just looks more natural. I'm gonna take a little bit of my L'Oreal True Match Lumi. What's with these long names? It's a liquid highlighter, okay? This is in the shade Golden. And this is just a fun little like prep step that I like to do to really make my skin glow underneath. As you can see, I'm beaming, fam. You can even stop here. You can add a little under eye brightener, stop there, but we're gonna keep it going with some Smashbox Camera Ready BB Water. Now this is where skin prep is very important because this foundation has, it's not even really foundation, this has zero coverage, like zero coverage. So if you're looking for something to cover spots, you either have to really color correct them really well first, or maybe conceal them and then go in with this, because this is where this is like invisible coverage. That's why I like it. It literally feels like you're putting tinted water on your skin. I start in the center of my face by patting it in, and then as I work my way outward, I start to blend for lighter coverage. I feel like this is great for all skin types. I have oily skin, and my skin can be really oily, but I also live in California, so it's really dry here. When I first started wearing this, I had took it with me to Miami, and any of you guys that live in the South or live in Miami know that it's very humid there, and I had to blot. I don't remember if I had to blot or not, but it held up pretty well. Like, it didn't separate on my skin too much. It stayed put, and I didn't feel like I was wearing a ton of makeup. If you are looking for something that has a tad bit more coverage, I would recommend a cushion foundation. The one from Lancome is probably my all-time favorite. It is lightweight and it has that water-based feel on the skin, but it does not look like you're wearing makeup at all. Now I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher Stick. This is probably my favorite way to conceal under eye, but it doesn't really look or feel like a concealer. It's very light, and I find that it blends out just nicely with my fingers, so I'm just gonna pat that in. And then I'm going around it with my foundation brush just so that it blends in. Before that starts moving around and creasing too much, I'm gonna set that with my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder and the tapered kabuki brush from Sigma. This is the F86 brush, which a lot of you guys highly recommended. Gotta add a little bit of natural flush, so I'm gonna take my Too Faced blush, which is probably one of my favorites. This is in Your Love is King. And I'm just curious, was that a reference to Sade Too Faced, or was it a coincidence? Because you know, she's my people. Like, I love her. It's not really supposed to look like a ton of color. I'm just adding enough to add some blush. Before I move on to the next step, I am feeling a little shinier than I'd like to be. I'm gonna take my Perfect Response Oil Blotting Powder from Iman and a big poof just to press it into the skin. Not going for coverage, just taking away the shine. And I do this because even though it makes my skin look slightly more matte, I have oily skin, so in an hour I'm gonna be glistening again anyway. So this is just what kind of tones it down a little bit. Go cream highlighters are my favorite. Girl, cream highlighters, my cream highlighters on my no makeup days really pulled through for me. This one is from Jouer. It's my all-time favorite cream highlighter in the shade TR. I'm not sure if it's Tiare or TR. I don't know, I don't care, but it is gorgeous. Get yourself a brush that's shaped like this for cream highlighters because it picks the product right up and you can just tilt your head, follow anywhere where the light hits on your face, and it literally just looks like you left the beach. Like, it's so pretty. I just look like I'm on my glow throne. No one can tell me anything right now at all. And if they come for me, I'm coming for their kids, okay? You can fill in your brows. This is pretty optional. My brows have a pretty nice shape because I just groomed them anyway. So I'm just gonna fill in some gaps, but if you have full brows, I wouldn't worry too much about this. It's not really supposed to look like you're done up, if you know what I mean. I'm sketching in teeny tiny hair strokes and set them with a little bit of clear brow gel. I like to do a simple lip, but I like to add a metallic. It makes the lips look shiny and full, so I'm first gonna line them with Colourpop K liner. And the gloss that I'm using is from CoverGirl, and it's in the shade Copper Bliss. Oh my God, how could I forget bronzer? I'm gonna take my Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade, it's ebony. It's just darker than my skin tone. I just like using it as a bronzer. How dare I? Just a little something, you know, draw it all in. And then I also thought it would be cool to skip mascara apparently for no apparent reason. This is Ms. Makeup from L'Oreal. I'm just in a hurry today. Now for real, we done. Thanks guys for hanging out on today's videos. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe on your way out if you are not already. And I definitely want to invite you to check out the other no makeup looks that I've done. I think if you like this one, you'll really like the other one. So definitely check those out, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.